Do your thing, pretty lady. That's my drink, though. That's 8.
And we are live. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Tuesday. That means it's time for the number one podcast in the world. Yeah, that too. I'm on YouTube. I'm John. You're Nick Cruz. You want to get these screens, mobile devices, laptops, and desktops on YouTube and on X. So make sure you hit that subscribe button for Sports4U Podcast on YouTube. Like us on Facebook at Sports4U Podcast. Follow us on X, Instagram, TikTok at Sports4U Podcast. Of course, follow me at John Watson 094 on Instagram. Follow Mark on Instagram and Hi, I'm Mark. I'm Mark on X. Follow Nick on X and Instagram at 99gorilla and TikTok at 99gorilla.
I'm not going to do that,
but we are now 2 teams in the NBA playoffs. It is finals week. The finals officially begin starting Thursday. Tuesday, Tuesday and Thursday.
He for sure said throat day.
It should be a national holiday.
I mean, it's the other it's the alphabet. Never mind.
Everybody, see, y'all about to get canceled already. All right.
Oh, that's because it's one of the type of shows. Which one you want, baby?
And it's our only show of the week this week because obviously was playing at the end of the show live, but it's our only show of this week. So anything's bound to happen. So here we are. Nick's here. Nico's running around. Sonny's here. And obviously, Nico's doing what he does. So let's go ahead and just talk some sports on this Tuesday night here in Los Angeles. So let's start. We now have we have an Eastern Conference champion.
That should hurt.
I already know. That's what I said. Stay away from that nigga foot, man. That's the bad one.
Nico trying to put Mark on disability already. Shedeur and Megan Rapinoe in the house watching the storm and the.
They said soup and nipple pino.
And nipple pino?
Mm-hmm.
Nipple pino is wild. What kind of drink? Kind of alcohol is that?
Oh, I thought that was like when women, never mind.
Whoa. That's who? Nigga. All right.
Yo.
We're going.
Wait.
Good night. Good night.
I didn't get a chance he was drinking. That shit was crazy.
All right.
Wait.
Drive safe, ladies and gentlemen.
That was unnecessary.
That was hilarious.
I apologize.
I hate this nigga Mark out of pocket.
I apologize for my behavior.
Well, this has been a very short edition of Sports4U. Pause.
Whoa. They got picked.
They do.
Who let John drink?
That's
the only question.
He's not.
What?
Hey,
That's crazy.
This might be an interesting show.
So here we go. We have Eastern Conference champions, and they are the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers, as Mark predicted, eliminated the New York Knicks in 6 games Saturday, and now are on their way to the NBA Finals.
Oh yeah, I'm on top of that pretty soon too. It's gonna be a crazy show. Look, next.
Oh yeah, it's French.
And now they're on their way to the NBA Finals, which start in 48 hours against y'all good? Against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pascal Siakam was your Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
I have a question. Do y'all think that was the right person?
Yeah, he was consistent throughout the whole series.
I had no problem with it.
Like even like the games that Halliburton had bad games, he didn't have bad games. He was the most consistent player on their team throughout the entire process.
Halliburton he was first in every category except for scoring. The points was, but That I don't know, dog. That's a because we get. Now I'm not comparing these two, but we give Braun props for leading all the categories and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then here we go with Halliburton. He, that kind of get overlooked.
Well, it's probably because of for one thing, when LeBron does it, he still does it with the scoring.
True.
So it's like with Halliburton's scoring be so inconsistent. That's the thing that kills because like Halliburton have a game where
that game 5 was nasty.
That's probably what killed his chances of getting it.
Exactly.
And guess who had a good game that game? Siakam.
That game 5 was
nasty work.
Not only is Siakam getting his dub and some change, he's still getting around 7 to 8 rebounds on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's defending probably one of their best perimeter players.
Yeah, he is.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm not mad at it. I mean, I wasn't mad at it.
Yeah, I mean, it was close. It was 5-4 or something like that.
Yeah. When Siakam in 9 votes, Siakam got 5, Halliburton got 4.
It was for sure between them two, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But that's why, like you said, that game 5.
That game 5 was.
That's what I'm saying. Like that game 5 might have killed his chances of getting it.
That game 5 was
crazy. Pause.
Yeah, that game 5 was crazy. You shouldn't.
Let me see.
Wasn't he choking?
Pause.
He made him choke the first game.
Somebody choking the first
game. Y'all two were out of pocket.
Again. If it wasn't for the New York Knicks, with Reggie
is the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Indiana Pacers, and that series starts.
It's crazy that both of these teams made it, and both of them got such players on their team during prime.
What?
Hmm? Who is this with the pink hair?
That's Each McCarron.
Oh yeah, sure is.
Yeah, she.
Is that smoke?
Yo, you good?
Oh, he's there.
RIP.
Oh yeah, he is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mom's did the funeral. Mom's did his funeral.
I forgot he gone.
I forgot you did say that, John.
Yeah, Mom's did his funeral. And people was mad at Q because he didn't help contribute to the front. I'm like, come on, man.
Oh.
Well, why? Nope, we not turning out to this.
No.
Yeah, different show.
You
don't have to.
But yeah, the finals are set. You got SGA, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Lou Dort.
Who knew he was black?
And
Isaiah Hartenstein, nobody.
And then on the Pacer side, you got Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner, Aaron Neesmith, and Andrew Nembhard.
That might be one of the more consistent weak teams I ever heard in the finals.
Fam, this Pacers team is really tricky. Oh, nope.
You know what it is on the real?
Nope.
No, I'm gonna keep it. They're not that good, but here's the thing: they're a deep team and they're well coached.
Me too.
Yo, you good?
They're a prime. The Pacers. I'm ignoring them. The Pacers are a prime example.
This dude is diabolical right now.
The Pacers are a prime example of a team that, if you're well coached,
mm-hmm.
you can go some places.
True.
You have a very good coach.
Sure, they do. They have one too.
Yeah, they got one of the better coaches in the league. Definitely better than the nigga that got fired, the nigga in Milwaukee.
Underrated coaches,
bro. Because his defensive schemes and everything that happened during that finals when they won was underappreciated. Yeah. But even before that, the teams that he's coached before that, like he's coached some pretty good teams before.
Mm-hmm. That's Jim Carrey, right?
Yep.
I
seen bro in real life before, so bro really like super duper tall. 6'6", 6'7", like he's tall as shit. Like Duke was towering over me when I met him.
Fun fact, Big Carlisle was part of the '84 draft.
He was. I think, was he a first rounder?
I think he went in the late round.
Okay.
But he was in the '84 draft with Jordan.
Who am I thinking about? I'm thinking about was Doug Collins. Doug Collins,
Yeah.
#1 overall pick or something like that.
Yeah, he was the one pick back in the
That's crazy.
70s. But he was in the '84 draft with Jordan, Ajuan, Charles Barkley, of course.
I'm about to get some fries. There's some fries delivered here now.
But I want to talk about something else with this series. This series is like a move. It's like 6 degrees of separation.
With Will Smith?
Well, I wasn't trying to mention that movie, but God.
When he?
Yep.
Yes.
I think it was flip flopping.
He played this up, right?
No, he said he was the person named Sidney Poitier's son.
I beg your pardon?
Y'all didn't know that was the backstory behind his character?
Don't say back.
Hey, yo, that.
All right, fam. Hold on. Before we continue, everybody need to chill. This is getting out of pocket.
All right, so
Everybody chill.
y'all remember now in 6 degrees of separation, he played a house. Somebody played like this house guest, but he was portraying that he lied to the people he was staying with, saying that he was the son of Sidney Poitier.
I thought he was a pin cushion.
Like,
Is that how Will got that roll freaking earlier? Wait.
Which one?
Wait, didn't Quincy Reynolds say?
No, we're not doing that.
Damn. Nah. All right, we over. Wait, what Quincy say about Marlon Brando and Marvin Gaye? All right, go ahead, John.
Yo, y'all good, man?
Eminem.
Yep, already. Now, so they see.
And that's they on bullshit already.
Immediately.
They, huh?
Yeah, they wildin'.
Yeah, they are wildin', dude.
Sonny. So he said nothing
Give it
yet.
to mommy. Put Sophie toy down.
Thank you.
Damn it! Why is it? I'm glad Trail's not here.
What's her last name?
That's
Monica?
Yeah.
That's what. That's
Ain't that what you getting in the McDonald's parking lot?
Yeah.
What?
So first thing want to see more of her on TV.
That is wild.
Oh, that name McNutt.
You said Ric Flair's on TV.
Yeah, he want to see more of her on TV.
I just want to see
I think she wants to see more of her titties. I'm about to say.
He does.
He does.
And Sinead.
I want.
Chill, fam. We all know.
And Fat Tripper said Sinead cute. Yeah, you don't hold with that one, Tim.
In those jeans.
Shout out to the motherland. And Nigeria by way of H-Town.
Wait. Hey, who was in Nigeria?
They probably do.
Wait, gangbanging in Nigeria is crazy.
I'm sure they do get gangbanged in Nigeria.
Not that. John, go ahead, dog.
I was going to say that this here. I titled this show I titled this show TGFPG.
Thank God for titties and.
The show is Thank God for Paul George.
Oh, that wasn't even no T after the G.
I said I clearly said TGFPG.
I thought niggas said TTG.
I didn't know what was being said.
That what? See.
I didn't say TG. I didn't say.
Oh no, you tripping now.
I didn't say TGIF. I didn't say TNT, TNA.
Yeah.
It's the Commissioner's Cup.
Who's cooking who?
Wait, the commissioner's a cuck?
Cup, dude.
Those are wild.
Cassie Elton? He left that solo, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I just knew it was gonna be on some shit today.
I know what kind of bullshit y'all on.
That was only show of the week, man.
That's what I'm trying to say, Sonny. Why I gotta be involved in this?
Nico, I'm letting you know right now in the future, avoid the redheads.
No. What up, Rob? No, I'll say Trey was here. He would have been like, what's Corey McGee doing on TV?
Fam.
That's hate.
That is hate.
Fat started it.
She probably got some.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely got some beautiful shows. Oh, I said
What the fuck is wrong with this nigga, dog?
I'm sorry.
No, come on, John. Let's go. Why we said thank God for
the Pacers and the Thunder because
They don't like her.
Paul George?
No, they don't like Paige Beckers.
Oh, because
she's good.
No, she stick up for black women.
Yep, and
That's true.
And she might end up being better than. Never mind.
She speak up
Might
for
be
black
better than
women.
Ken Hort.
She's gonna be better than they savior.
All right, they better watch out.
And Paige play defense better.
She'll come in there and she'll go in. She's gonna go in Indiana and yell Black Power and have all them KKKs upset.
Hate, truth, hate, and fire.
What up, Chris?
Black Power.
Now, so Paul George
Y'all tripping.
played for both teams. So
whoa, what?
So that's shit.
Both teams or both sides?
Wait, Wait, nobody heard the other joke?
Hey, I heard you.
Okay.
Shout out to Andrea Carter. She can play on my team.
She can come on your team. Which team is that, John?
John, you pimping?
What you trying to say, Sonny?
I'm just asking
You
to
know you
clarify.
No, that sounded like
Yeah,
that nigga's like he's recruiting.
I thought you were talking Drew down.
No, I'm not the Mac of the year.
That nigga- Wait, hold on. That nigga saw the nigga Drew down.
I'm not KO with the yayo. If you've seen Original Gangsters.
Come on,
See,
fam.
see them? I ain't KO.
All right, we're gonna end the show and we're gonna start over
Hey,
because
this,
because this is some bullshit.
Nessa said, it is Pride Month. What you trying to say?
Holy,
Yay, Pride
she
Month.
said she slang me.
Let me shut up.
Yo, Sonny,
What?
are you good?
What
so-
is
so
Pride
y'all-
Month? I thought we were.
So we just are just saying anything today, huh?
Nick, we can hear you, dog.
I for sure was thinking that out loud.
You think?
I don't know what you said. That's the
Good.
crazy part.
Let's keep it that way.
Okay.
Paul George. Yeah, I heard you. Heard that. Paul George. Obviously, we all know he started his career with the Pacers, and then in 2017, he was traded from the Pacers to the Thunder,
Okay.
and then from the Thunder,
Oh,
he went from the Thunder to the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, somehow, Paul George has connections with both of these teams way they are currently constructed. I'll explain. When he got traded from the Pacers to the Thunder sent Domantas Sabonis and Victor Oladipo to Indiana.
Yep.
Fast forward 6 years later.
Hold on, before you continue, which is crazy to hear those names now. But at the time, Sabonis was not as good, nowhere close as good as he is right now.
And let's be clear,
And-
he wasn't out. And
And he wasn't getting no PT like that. He was playing.
personal touch,
His last name ain't Watson. All right, go ahead.
what? Yo, what?
physical therapy.
Yo, you could at least said Deshaun, dog. You know what that.
Wait, ain't that? Never mind.
And who he got traded for? Who?
He got traded
For Sabonis and who else?
and Victor Oladipo.
Oh yeah, he got a dope ass R&B album.
And
Does
then
surprisingly dope too.
Mm-hmm.
fast forward, I think 4 years later, or 4 or 5 years later, that trade turns into Domantas Sabonis going traded to Sacramento for a point guard by the name of Tyrese Halliburton and Buddy Hield. Tyrese Halliburton got drafted by the Kings in the first round in 2020. This is 3 years after they drafted De'Aaron Fox. Did you just knock off all the clothes? You know, made his way into the bed.
Get off there. Yeah, he did.
All right, go ahead.
But anyway, so that trade turned into Tyrese Halliburton and ended up coming to the Pacers. Then you think about when Paul George was OKC, and then he ended up with the Clippers. That trade obviously played a huge part in them getting Kawhi Leonard, which was the reason why they got Kawhi Leonard. But they sent a young SGA who had just come off his rookie year with the Clippers, and Danilo Gallinari and a few first round picks. One of them picks ended up being Jalen Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here we are in 2025, and both of these teams are in the NBA Finals. I'll start with you, Mort. How much credit how much percentage should we give Paul George for this trade?
None whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
Because everything happened way after he was already gone from the team.
Yeah,
That is true.
Actually, John, let me take it a step further than what you took with Paul George. I read a post where they said Kurt Thomas is the reason why Oklahoma City is constructed the way they are.
It was some trade back in
It was
07 or something.
It was when they were still the Supersonics. So they signed Kurt Thomas, and for 3 years, and the Knicks signed Kurt Thomas 3 years, $45 million or something like that. That was a crazy contract. Then they traded him to the Supersonics, and then the Supersonics traded him with somebody else and ended up getting two first round picks.
Mm-hmm.
Not because of him, because of the other player. And I think that pick turned into Kevin Durant and somebody. So they said Kurt Thomas is the reason why Oklahoma City is where they are. Man.
No, we just need Sam Presti his credit for being a very good,
Yes,
very good GM,
Very
and
good.
very good at drafting,
yes,
and very good at constructing teams.
yes. Because they got like 4 picks in the next 2 first rounds.
Mm-hmm. He knows how to draft.
So now I want to obviously let's do a draft
Right now,
of who, and then obviously we're trying to rank the players who are left in these finals. Who, and that. I mean, I think we all know who we're all picking, and we all know we're just going to determine who the games.
we can start at 2.
So after SGA,
Mhm.
who's the second best player in the series?
Jalen Williams. No,
Pascal Siakam. Low key.
I,
He has the look. He's a multiple time All-Star already. He's
Ben Mathurin. That's funny, Paulo. He's gonna be up. He's gonna be in the top 10. But y'all,
give him a couple more years. He'll be a better player.
Benedict.
That's his name.
His name is Benedict.
Yep.
Benedict,
Oh.
like Benedict Arnold.
Did you say Bender?
No,
I thought you
yeah.
said bigger, but that was
No, I ain't say. Yo, shit.
Sonny.
I thought he said Bender.
bigger.
Caruso's up there too. By the way,
Caruso might be the most important player on OKC. Oh, that's not SGA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connects a lot of dots.
I know.
What is it? He does what?
I know. And he's the ultimate glue guy. Yeah, shit. I wonder what Lakers could have did with him. Yo, you good?
Who's your name?
What? Sonny.
Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Oh, my bad.
So the best player.
Right.
Nick said, I'm going with my pick. Nick said Siakam. I said Jalen Williams.
A lot of people gonna say why they didn't say Tyrese Halliburton.
I'm still gonna say Siakam.
Okay.
I'm still gonna say Siakam. Then I'm gonna go Tyrese Halliburton.
Mm-hmm.
You going someone ahead of Tyrese Halliburton? Are you okay? Here you go. Rob just said it. It was a Rashard Lewis trade exception. It was Rashard Lewis for a trade exception. Trade exception got Kurt Thomas, 2 first-round picks, and one of the picks was Serge Ibaka, who they traded for Oladipo and draft rights. That's right. Serge Ibaka got traded from OKC to Orlando because Orlando drafted Sabonis originally.
Oh wow.
So, who's your third best player?
I'll probably have to go. It's probably between Jalen and Halliburton. I'll probably go with Jalen.
At this point, I got Siakam.
Yeah, because not like that. It's shown that the team can win without Tyrese Halliburton having a good game.
Yeah.
But which is weird because that's basically been shown with both teams. Like both teams can win without their top 2 players having good games.
Well, that's because OKC is just constructed. They're just a very good team. So even if SGA is having an off night, you can get Jalen Williams to give you 25. You can get your Holmgren to give you 20. You can get.
Oh, to the trade. My bad. I had to write something. I'm sorry. Keep
What
going.
was that?
Latrell Robinson?
No. All right, never mind.
Good.
Nope.
I said China. I didn't say China.
You said Vagina Robinsons?
No, I said China, not China.
You said wait. You said Regina Chronicles. Wasn't that a play back in the day?
No, I thought that was that ain't HBO. So that was Taxi Cab Confessions.
John. Are you John? You good, dog?
Thanks, Scott. Confessions is crazy though.
Yeah.
What else, Sports BSP? What up, Greg?
So who's your third best player, John?
Oh, that's their coach. Jalen Williams.
My fourth best player, I got.
Well, you said my third?
Yeah, because you said your first was
My first was
SGA.
I said Siakam 2. I'm going Jalen Williams 3.
Okay, and then my 4 is Halliburton.
That'll be my 4 too.
I think we all have Halliburton at 4.
So right now we're at 2. We're at 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5.
Check.
Definitely check.
Yeah.
And after that, it's probably
Oh, she got yanked.
Yeah, that's
Miles
her.
Turner.
All right, so
Wait, what?
I said probably Miles
Oh.
Turner after no. Yeah.
Dog, what's wrong with him?
That timing was crazy. What's going on, buddy?
But yeah, so that's 3-3. So that's 3-3 right now. Who will be number 7? We're trying to get to the top 10.
Number 7, it'll probably be
Is it Caruso?
No.
JT said he ain't lying. He ain't never met no Dr. Martin Luther King.
There's like about 2 other people that probably.
Yeah, I would think
Hardenstein?
no.
Ben Mathurin?
Nah, it's gonna be Neesmith.
No. Meet Aaron Neesmith. That's what I'm thinking.
They need him to have a good series for them to even be competitive.
Yeah.
All right, so right now that's 4.
But the only problem is no, it's not. He's sorry. Is what gave the Knicks a chance is Cat was balling.
Mm-hmm.
Pacers don't have a dominant big man like that, and OKC, all OKC perimeter players is good to great defenders.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is OKC gonna do? I mean, what the hell Indiana gonna do?
Nothing.
That shit is crazy. I got Neesmith as probably that. After that is probably.
Ooh, after Neesmith, it has to be Turner.
Yeah. Oh, I'll put Miles Turner before.
I put Miles Turner before Aaron
Neesmith. Yeah.
What up, Christy?
Yeah. Oh, and the only reason why I say that is because even if Miles Turner don't give you 15 to 20 points,
that defensive range.
he has the ability to rebound.
Yes.
I don't know what the hell happened to his rebounding, but he used to be able to.
It used to be like that. Then they're hovering around a double-double at one point. I think he started shooting 3-pointers and forgot he could rebound.
And they turned to Anthony Davis.
Yep. Wait, huh? Wait.
Or Anthony Davis turned to him.
Anthony Davis turned to AD turned to KD.
Or AD turned to
No, he came in the league after it.
Or AD
He came in after AD. So
AD with him.
Yo, what? Oh, did she turn her ankle?
Who did that?
What up, Nova? I Nova. I told you these dudes out here wilding in Miami. They out here wilding. These dudes out here wilding tonight. Miles Turner can't get 15 points. I wouldn't say that.
Miles Turner got 15 points like 2 games ago. But even then, they don't need him to score. Here's the thing about the Pacers.
What the hell does that?
Well, damn, Nico.
Here's the thing about the Pacers that the Pacers, the way they win is like it's not conventional way of winning.
Yeah.
Because they can win a game with their 3 best players not having good games, but they'll have some random dude just go crazy. Like that's Neesmith is a big reason why their run happened.
Yep.
His 3-point shooting and his scoring elevated throughout these playoffs.
Neesmith is the reason why they won game 1 against the Knicks.
Yes. And he was the reason why they won the series before that.
Yep.
A big reason why. Because when he got on the court, it was like they couldn't stop him from shooting no 3-pointers.
Yep.
But see, here's the thing. Stop throwing those. Here's the thing though. This is where the Pacers they have to look back at the Knicks series and look at it like this. The Knicks are kind of built the same way as OKC. They just don't have the players just aren't as good.
Yeah.
You know, you got perimeter players that are really good in OG Anunoby and Bridges.
Josh Hart.
You know, you got a big Cat. Cat is better than both of their bigs of both of their OKC.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, you have some type of idea of a game plan you could try and put together if you're Rick Carlisle.
Right. Just
the only thing is, like I said, the teams are just better. That's all it is. You know, the Knicks don't have an MVP on their team. They don't have those defenders that are consistent like how OKC defenders are. Because the Knicks have guys that can defend too, but they're just not consistent. That's the only problem. And I think after a while, I mean, the Knicks were actually a team that had a lot of depth, but the freaking coach, which is the reason why he got fired, only uses 7 people in the fucking playoffs.
Yeah, the coach don't go deep.
Oh, well, let's go there. We'll make our picks. We'll let you know our official picks at the end of the show. But let's go ahead and talk about the Knicks. The Knicks season is officially over,
and they finally got rid of the reason why it should have been over in the first place.
They were eliminated in 6 games. First time in the conference finals in 25 years. They had a good season.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. They should have won this series. I think they had a different coach. They probably would have won.
Let me be clear. I had them in the finals just because I didn't want to see Boston go back to the finals. And I had them in the finals before the season even started.
I understand. Laker hate. That's understandable.
That's
understandable.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Tibbs in a second, Christy. Hold your.
We're gonna talk about Tibbs?
Tibbs.
Oh,
we can talk about them too.
I thought
it is Tuesday. Sorry.
Yeah, you want to talk about Tibbs?
Shut up, Nick.
Yeah.
Wait, Sonny, what the heck?
Oh, my bad.
Yo, you know, I swear I don't. Do I got a hearing aid? I swear I don't have a hearing aid in, right? So I can hear clearly.
Hey, this little triangle here?
Yeah.
No, you?
No.
Nigga, this shit, nigga,
You?
hey, this
Yeah,
shit
that's
better
right.
in the 01 Lakers, nigga.
That shit crazy. That shit crazy, dog.
We wouldn't have dropped that one game.
I don't think y'all. Never mind. Can we talk about that real fast? This is like a quick
Shout
second.
out to Skylar Diggins.
So we're not gonna talk about how the NBA told the Lakers not to win that game. All right, go ahead.
Don't take me off, dude. Don't take me off, man. 15 could have been undefeated.
They should have been. They didn't want the league MVP to get swept.
Been the best playoff team in NBA history. Oh, man, Iverson go drop 50 on it.
That shouldn't have mattered.
He could have dropped 50 and y'all still should have won.
He could have dropped 50. Y'all could have won by 15.
He could have dropped 50 and y'all still would have won.
By 20 points.
Y'all
Nigga.
still would have won 75-95.
And the next
Nigga, that's what I'm saying. Nigga, Mutombo won't want to stop no damn Shaq during that series. Hell no. He didn't stop Shaq his whole career.
And didn't.
Shaq was like, okay.
Hey, Shaq got to the final with Mutombo. I've been killing this nigga since 91.
Shaq was like, okay. Shaq was like, okay, I gotta give y'all game one? Okay. 28-20.
Yeah, watch this.
He was like, yeah, it's like 38-20.
Don't get the four.
Come back to LA.
Yeah, let's end this immediately.
Exactly.
Chrissy said they shouldn't have fired Tibbs. Yes, they
Yes,
should
they
have.
should. They should have got fired last year.
And they got outcoached twice.
Let me explain. So let's talk about the Knicks offseason. And now they offseason obviously got news today.
They got new.
News. I don't know. Unless it was Jordan Woods. All right, so that's
That's what the fans want. It was Jordan Wood.
What is going on here?
All right.
All right, so
All right. No,
so the Knicks are already
I
at
gotta get
200,
on y'all level. Y'all tripping.
200 million. They're almost at that second apron.
What?
They're almost at the second apron.
Who's cooking?
Yo, you all right?
Did I tell you I was talking about cookies?
Nope. We're not even talking about that dude today.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
yeah, that dude's diabolical.
That nigga should with the gel off that glove alone.
Yo, you saying you should have went to jail? Like, you said you had OJ's glove? What?
No.
OJ.
Hold. Before we continue, I know where this is going. Let's leave the glove talk alone.
All right.
I know where this is going.
Shout out to Fun Football Podcast with Isaac. Don't say Areola 51 is in the building.
I don't know. John tripping, man. Listen, I'm starting to mind my business.
I'm trying to think that was John I saw over there in Louisiana.
Nah, I wasn't there. Nah, I wasn't.
He just threw you off with the hat.
Nah, you haven't seen me in that hat for sure. Color or logo.
I'll take it. Check the logo. That's hate.
I had to be true to myself.
Of course, true, huh, John?
Yo, you good?
Nigga, 87 reasons why.
All right. Okay. Let's see what y'all on right now.
89 too.
Nah, I ain't messing with them dudes. Precious Achua, Campaign, DeLon Wright, Landry Shamet.
What about him?
They're all free. That's the Knicks roster.
I blame the nigga who they just fired for that.
That's the Knicks roster. And PJ Tucker on the team.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
200 million is their salary.
Appreciate
Is the amount of contracts they have in salary. And obviously they got the 50th pick. They only got a taxpayer mid-level.
Wait, they do got PJ Tucker.
Yeah, he's on a team option.
Hey,
You wouldn't know.
that game when Siakam was going crazy, but I didn't put. Never mind.
Because Coach might play
I forgot they coaches.
So obviously the news today.
I forgot they coaches down with the Lakers.
Down with who? You say down with the Lakers?
Wait. Hold on.
Nope.
John,
Nope.
just ignore it.
I am.
But I know where this is going.
What is he doing in there?
He already out there, ain't he? You in there with his mama.
No, look at the floor.
Oh,
Lick the floor?
I said look at the floor.
he found out that she has the Sophie.
Hey Polo, no spoilers. I haven't watched NXT yet.
That's gonna be on John.
Oh, Mariah.
Me and Mariah.
Oh, let me have this fries, please.
Mariah,
Look at me. And I already
Meals?
eating up all your food. Thank you.
Ain't that the one that's
Daniels?
Ain't that the one that's suing Zion?
Well, you know it's bad with Tony Busby don't want to take your case.
That's funny.
You seen her stupid ass video today?
That's why Tony Busby said don't bring that.
Your name. She said your career is officially possibly over. Is it officially or possibly? Which one is it?
That's why Tony Busby.
Look,
I don't know why you fuck with. No. I was just about to say she cosplayed as black.
You ain't lying. I ain't seen a clip of her where there was anything black besides her in it.
Is she that?
Yeah.
But anyway, Tom Thibodeau was relieved of his duties as head coach of the New York Knicks.
I need to go.
Are you okay?
Nope. Don't look at me.
This dude is wild, man.
Don't look at me. I'm not involved in this.
Me neither.
This dude is wild.
John tripping.
I ain't say. But Tom Thibodeau was fired today by the Knicks.
Salute.
And here's the crazy part.
Wait, I'm going to the Lakers.
No, hell, never.
Shit, okay.
For what?
Watch that nigga be our defensive coach.
Oh, if he a defensive
Nah,
coach,
I'm good with Nate. I'm good with Nate McMillan. He's not coaching because the Knicks just gave him $30 million to go home.
$30 million to stay at home, or go ahead and get like about 15
on top of that 30.
Nah, he ain't coming. No, we don't need him. Stay up. He ain't gonna. And I guarantee you, him and JJ wouldn't get along, dude.
I mean,
I don't know neither one of their personality.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Well, we know one personality is.
One of them is the black.
Who?
One of them is the black Glenn Rivers.
Well, who did JJ play for again?
Duke.
No, but who did he play in the NBA for?
Glenn.
And how was their relationship? Exactly.
How was Tibbs and Glenn relationship?
He was with him in Boston.
How are their relationship now?
I don't know. I mean,
you know what's crazy? That nigga ain't been close to a championship since he had him as his defensive coach. All right, go ahead.
Pretty much.
Wait, was he the reason why? Never mind.
Yes, he was. I'll say it. Yes, he was. He was a defensive coordinator when he played us in the finals. Yes, he was.
I don't want to give one of those coaches credit, so I'll just go ahead and go with what John said.
But yes, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Right.
But Tom Thibodeau got fired today.
We're talking about that same year that we're talking about this.
Yo, she almost done.
Oh no, that is a chick. That's
that's the French girl. That's a French girl.
Why she don't play?
I don't know. Dang, 19. Dominique Malanga from France. Yo, that's wild.
She's so tan at the beach.
Oh man, but Tibbs is gone.
Tits is gone. Who Tits is gone?
I don't know, but I said nope.
I hate the fact that I'm so easily just ready to go because all that they said that one thing, and there was 7 jokes about to fly just like that. That's hate.
Something wrong with you, man. Something's really wrong with you.
I gotta do better. I'm gonna do better. I promise you.
But anyway, now a lot of people believe that. I mean, I think the writing was on the wall last year when the moment they traded for Karl Anthony Towns. They didn't have the best relationship.
He got him Tibbs fired twice.
They didn't have the best relationship in Minnesota.
Damn.
And look what happened. And look what happened. And look what happened now. He comes to New York. They get to the conference finals, but nope. Then he's out. Finally, he's out after what?
5 years.
5 years.
You know what's so crazy is, John? My bad. I have to cut you off.
Sorry.
You know, I think, and you know, I did say Patriots in 6 before the series started, but I think if the Knicks would have held on to that Game 1 lead,
yes,
I think the Knicks won that series.
We'd be having a
game.
game.
Any other coach, they probably would have won.
Yeah.
If they had any type of he doesn't make no in-game adjustments, dog. Like that's the main thing of coaching, dog. You have to make in-game adjustments. Sometimes you just having the better players or whatever in certain positions is not going to be enough. That's just how it is. Like, think about all them times the Lakers prior to going to 3-peat.
Nope.
When my bad, I was gonna start up. Well, fuck it, I don't care.
No, because I don't think that coach made in-game adjustments either.
That's what I'm saying. So look, 9 out of 10, young Kobe. They first got Shaq. 9 out of 10, Shaq was the best player on the court. A lot of those times they lost, even some of the sweeps.
Yeah,
but the problem is that
we had Dale Harris. We had Dale Harris as coach.
No. The problem was that he did play Kobe first and foremost early on.
Well, then,
the second problem was that he just wasn't the right coach for what was going on.
I don't think the championship coach made in-game adjustment.
Who?
Bill Jackson.
I
mean, but then you had Shaq and Kobe. Sometimes you say, "Do I have to?"
Yeah, just like when we had never mind. Like just like with Jordan.
That's why he never coached nobody else. Yeah, they had two of the top 5 players in the league. That's why I don't put no respect on field. Never mind.
Nope.
But that's Greg Popovich had.
And shout out to Texas winners, you heard?
RP.
I think Greg Popovich had his entire career two of the top 5 players of all time.
Well, yeah,
it could have been top 3.
Well, damn. Well, yeah, what? He had one. Go ahead, Nico.
Okay, so Nico might not play offense long.
Nico might be a quarterback. He just might be a quarterback.
Not at the baseball field.
He might look. Put him out there.
By the time he get there, he might make it $300 a year, $300 million a year.
Yeah, pretty much. So he can get there in right field.
Somebody play baseball?
Yep.
Go out there in right field.
I think the coach baseball.
But I said this a year ago. And I caught this. Y'all remember fast forward. Let me rewind you back to this time last year.
When Patriots put the Knicks out last year too.
Well, yeah, but I was talking about in June.
Oh.
The Lakers fired Darvin back in May.
Mm-hmm.
And they had gone a month without trying to find a coach.
Uh-huh.
And I think everybody just assumed, the writing was on the wall for JJ to get the job. What happened that Thursday at the NBA Finals? Do people remember what happened that Thursday before the NBA Finals?
I do not remember what happened, John.
Woj breaks the story that a certain national championship coach was interested in the Lakers.
Holy shit, I said that earlier this year. What John about to say?
Oh, about him joining the Knicks. You did talk. You said it last year when it didn't. Oh my!
I said it first.
Hey, in a couple of years, niggas understand. It only took 1 year this time.
So Dan Hurley, 2-time national coach, champion coach in UConn, shows interest in the Lakers job, which I don't believe.
No,
those negotiations get a bigger contract from UConn. I'm not. Everyone should know that. Saw right on the wall. When Monday came, he decided he stayed in UConn. I was like, okay, no surprise. They're going to hire JJ in 2 days, which they did. I said this. Then Mark said it later on during the year. Then Nick said it. If the New York Knicks job, he was not coming to the West Coast.
No.
I said it then. There's one job that will get him out of UConn. And look at here. That job just came open this morning.
Man, that nigga's going right up over there.
Dan Hurley.
They lost. They went to it though, didn't they? They went last year. This past year, they went made the top 4.
Who?
Knicks. UConn. They won, right?
UConn was bad this year.
Oh yeah.
UConn was bad this year. They got the 2 titles. They was nowhere near going three in a row. But they got bounced in the Sweet 16. They got bounced in the Sweet 16. So Dan Hurley, I believe, will be the next coach of the Knicks. Now, there are odds out there who is the favorites. Right now, the favorite, according to Vegas, is Michael Malone. You hearing Michael Malone?
I can see that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm a NBA team, I understand the aspect of maybe if I get a guy like Hurley, up on he's basically like he's the new guy, too much fun throwing us. But I can see him, I can see like you said, like NBA team, like especially a team like them, they can't really take a chance on going through the rookie head coach bumps and all that. I understand he's a different level of coach, but it's still a transition you have to go through. And would you rather do that with him? I understand that the upside might be a little bit better, probably. But in all actuality, he's like the same. It's not like he's a young coach. He's about how old is he?
Who? Dan Hurley?
Yeah,
he's in his 50s.
That's what I'm saying. He's like a little bit younger than Michael Malone, but he's already but Malone's already a championship coach.
Established.
He's established in what he does. Or even Budenholzer.
Yeah, because this got fired.
He got fired because of some bullshit. He shouldn't. If I never would accept that job.
But here's this person who they say is second to get the job.
Phil Jackson.
Tupac.
Neither.
Oh.
What's the nickname for the Knicks?
The nigger box.
No, but what do they call this roster?
No.
They call them the Nova Knicks. Jay Wright.
Man, Jay Wright, you don't keep your ass in college.
No, he doesn't coach college no more.
Because I have Nova no more.
He stopped. When he stopped?
He said,
Oh, yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, I forgot.
He's on TV now.
Man, look.
There's Jay Wright. Then there's Budenholzer. Then there's Taylor Jenkins from the Grizzlies.
That's not a bad coach either. If I'm the Knicks, you got to go out there and establish coach, dog. I'm sorry. Like,
you don't win now moment.
Yeah, because not like that. I understand, like, a lot of your biggest players,
excuse me,
pause, your best players are between the ages of like 26 and like 30. You know, that's guys that's either they're hitting their prime, they're in their prime, or at the end of their prime, or they're about to approach the end of their prime.
Yeah.
Sorry.
When you're hitting it in the prime, it's good.
Yeah, huh? Mm-hmm. But anyways,
prime.
You gotta capitalize on that because they can afford everybody still. The team isn't a bad team.
The Knicks, no.
They're not a bad team at all. Like you said earlier, I think if they had a different coach, it'd be a whole different story.
True.
But for now, I think they need to go after somebody established.
Pat Riley.
Man, please.
By the way, I saw odds for another. You say Pat Riley, but I saw odds for another coach.
Spike Lee.
No.
No.
You was on the same route with Pat Riley, but it was a coach, someone who also coached for the Knicks back in the day.
Who?
He's on your staff.
I'm about to say they're gonna bring back what's his name?
Jeff Van
Gundy?
Jeff Van Gundy's a favorite.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't think he's going back.
I don't think he wants to be a head coach. I think he enjoys the fact that he's out there. This is his first year back coaching a long time.
Right.
So I don't think he really wants to.
No, I don't think so either. I think he's cool being an assistant. I think he was like cool last year being a consultant.
Yeah.
Being a consultant.
You want some tequila? Oh.
Being a consultant for the Celtics last year when they won. But I want to get back to the Knicks. Whoa, dang, Nico.
No, you're not getting those no more.
Nico, you trying to sit in my seat so you can do the show?
It's the Nico takeover right now, ladies and gentlemen.
I think our listeners appreciate it.
What up, Will? Hey, Will, relax.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Come on. Come here.
So yeah, Jay Wright. Obviously, those are some of the names that have been brought up that's supposed to be the next head coach of the New York Knicks. But I do believe.
What about Cam?
Newton?
Cam.
Cam who?
It is what it is.
Oh, Cam.
This nigga's stupid.
Yeah, it's a Nico takeover, no. Nessa say he's so cute. He's too cute. Nico's the man.
That's gonna be a future NFL guard one day.
Yeah, our quarterback, well, he throwing stuff at people.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Oh, speaking of quarterbacks,
Shout out to Nico.
Nova said I'm still here because Brody says. Brunch is that?
Hey, nigga. They go win 3 games.
So yeah, that's funny. He's. But speaking of coaching, speaking of quarterbacks, Shedeur Sanders.
Mm-mm.
So yesterday, Deion Sanders, he finally joined the Asante Samuel podcast.
Who?
Asante,
Lord.
Where's son at?
Cleveland.
No, Asante Samuel's son.
Still free agent.
Oh.
Which I don't understand, but we'll see. Closer to the
I
trade gap, he's gonna get picked
think
up.
there's an underlying thing with that.
Yeah.
I think the problem is that
He wants
he wants too much money, and people aren't trusting that injury.
So
I think he may have to accept he has to do a 1-year deal and going about his day.
He can sign Buffalo for a year.
Yep.
You're gonna be different.
But I don't need no more corners. Relax, John. I just drafted the damn corner.
Hey man, why you need the no-fly zone? How you need the no-fly zone? Your what?
No, go ahead.
Definitely should be in the Hall of Fame.
Should be a regular DC, but it's all good. Stupid.
But
how Gruden don't want the goated quarterback and one of the best defensive coordinators of all time within a 2-year span?
that's crazy.
That's idiotic.
You said Gruden?
Dog. He turned down Brady.
Yeah.
And then Wade Phillips said he would consider coming back and coaching the Raiders on the defense, but John Gruden didn't want to switch the defense.
So you have a chance to have Wade Phillips, Max Crosby be coached by Wade Phillips, huh? Do we gotta go through this roll call again of dudes Wade Phillips and coached? Reggie White
give Wade Phillips a great pass rusher. He gonna give you a great defense.
Reggie White, Jerome Brown, Bruce Smith, DeMarcus Ware, Von Miller, Aaron Donald, J.J. Watt.
You said y'all didn't want to change this before? I wish Buffalo would that before they had Rex Ryan, dumbass. But that
was a reach up a higher.
We had the best defensive football.
Yeah,
and then we hired Rex Ryan.
Yeah. You know, I think
it's trash.
Did he try to emphasize the offense the first?
No, he tried to emphasize nothing. He's sorry. Him and his.
Hey, relax, fam.
Hey, Robert. They said Rob Ryan's still part of the family, huh?
Yeah, Rob Ryan on our squad. He did.
Rob Ryan's a pansy too.
Yeah, he should have followed his brother, but he cool with the Raiders.
All right, so what's the segue was this? So here we go. So Deion was on.
The segue is Rex Ryan is a hoe at.
Was on Asante Samuel Sr.'s podcast and addressed all the allegations brought up that was said about his son.
I know there's a lot of rumors about the
let's talk about it. Let's hear some
the next level. And I think a couple people who may have taken shots at my kids, they were afraid that I would go. That's where the shots came from. All you got to do is just sit back and listen. People don't want to do that. They want to create these narratives and create these stories and then attach them to a kid that ain't never done nothing wrong.
Yeah. How does that make you feel when you see your colleagues or your peers going in on you, man? Like, how does that make you feel?
No idea, man. You have no idea. We've always been in front of the camera, so they know how to navigate. They know how to handle themselves. Yeah. And you're not gonna catch them in no foolery and no mess. You're not. When you sit up there and say something like he went in a meeting unprepared, like, dude, Shedeur Sanders, who's had 6 different coordinators, who has still functioned and went up, leveled up every time we brought somebody new in, and you're gonna tell me
situation.
You're gonna tell me he had on headphones.
So you a dog, your kid's a dog, and dogs gonna always rise to the top. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. You know what I mean? Then we talking about
it did hurt. The Bible says God uses the foolish things to confound the wise. So it was some foolish stuff that went on, but you know what? That gave them something that they needed.
Where they get now?
Acting.
He's still acting?
Yeah, shout out to Nami.
He's like a director and everything now.
Oh shit, he was in Sinners. Wait, are we back on?
Yeah, we're back.
Nigga, why y'all didn't say nothing?
Dude, the mic automatically unmuted itself, dude. This is stupid, huh? But anyway, I don't know. But Deion says all those. Y'all good? Said all those stories about Shedeur being unprofessional was not true. Yeah, he grew up. He blah blah blah. What course you do what any father was supposed to do? He defended his son.
Yeah,
as he should.
That's why I said they hit a lie.
So, but saying he didn't. What up, Pitch Grid Pod? Saying that he didn't come into no Hall of Fame, to no interview wearing headphones and this and that.
Yeah, that's crazy. He did that. I don't think he did that, but that's crazy. You think he went with headphones? Shedeur?
Look, think about it like this, dog. And there's no knock against him. He has his daddy's confidence. What did Deion do during his draft process when the Giants interviewed him? He asked him, what pick was y'all? He said, I'm cool. I'm going to be gone by that time.
Right. He did.
So, like, when it comes to stuff like that, it doesn't surprise me. Now, they probably putting extras on it, Quite possibly. Because what if he just had the head when he first walked in and took him off?
But see, I do think that he thought he was gonna go higher than obviously where he went.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he got to some of those teams that might have been like 15, 16, 17, 18, he might have went in fucking my hero attitude. And that was
the cold dose reality of how NFL politics work.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
I think that's all it is.
Yep.
And you know, you have to and here's the thing for everybody that's complaining about that. Look, at the end of the day, dog.
Real Carpenter.
Yeah. At the end of the day, dog, all that is a job interview. That's all it is. That's really what it is. It's really a job interview. We don't go into job interviews talking crazy and doing all that stuff.
Yep.
You feel me? At the end of the day, you trying to convince these people to hire you.
To hire you, yeah.
You feel me? And sometimes people need more than film.
Pitch Rich said, I'm sure he'll shoot up the depth chart, but it's fascinating how this is shaking up.
Well, they say you've been balling in camp.
Talking about balling on rookie camp. Remember how he balled on last year? The nigga. Never mind.
Well, no, it's not just rookie camp because they say he out playing.
It's OTH.
Yeah, they say he out there playing. He out playing. What's the old quarterback name?
Flacco.
Yeah,
Flacco. It's Flacco, Kenny Pickett.
Flacco is. I know what you said, but Flacco gonna be a starting quarterback.
They got Flacco, Kenny Pickett.
If Flacco will be your starting quarterback, you have a lot of problems.
And Dylan Gabriel.
Well, that's not where the problem starts with Cleveland, unfortunately.
The problem is the nigga that's supposed to be starting is not playing.
The nigga is Cleveland.
Even their best player don't want to be there. The niggas over there overseas. Never mind.
Nigga should have.
I don't. Hey, look.
Let me have Brandon Bean for a second.
I don't know, but I don't want to hear no complaints about Myles Garrett ever again about winning anything. You had the opportunity to get the fuck up out of there. You stayed. I don't hear none of that.
Yeah, Carmelo. I mean,
thank you.
Right now, they report Shedeur is at the bottom of the current depth chart, and Pickett.
Of course, he is because he's the last quarterback drafted.
And
Kenny Pickett is QB1 right now.
I'm not surprised about that either.
I am because Kenny Pickett is absolute trash.
Yeah, but you know how these go. You know how these always go throughout the. You got to think about it like this. They got two trash quarterbacks, an old ass quarterback, and two rookie quarterbacks. In all actuality, if this is any other team, this is a terrible quarterback room. It still is. This quarterback room is terrible, and this is from a nigga who had a horrible quarterback room last year. Their quarterback room is not that good. In all actuality, this is Shedeur Sanders' best situation he could have went to. When you really think about it, he really has opportunity to go over there and start.
God damn, Angel Reese. What hurt?
Wrong team.
That looked like it. You should have seen that.
And that's good. That look like. I see you don't want to go to sleep. All right, cool. I see you don't want to go to sleep. So you drunk some of that.
But yeah, I don't see him. Look, man, he's not. I get what Deion's doing, but now it's on Shedeur. You're gonna finally play for somebody that ain't your daddy. And Stefanski's a good coach. He's a two-time coach of the year. You got an offensive-minded coach.
Maybe.
Here's the thing, dog. You know, I'm one of those people where I want to see what's going on with the shoulder pads on.
Right.
When it's actually time. When it's like not like we got the shells on and all that with got the helmet on with the jersey. Anybody looks cool when that's going on.
And some shorts. Yeah.
Yeah, like. What happens when it's time to actually hit?
We want to see what happens when you got one of these D linemen bearing down on you. And you as a quarterback, you got to stand there and take that hit in the pause. What I'm about to say.
Yeah, and
you got to take that. You got to take that in the face.
And he's not good at that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the intangible things that people don't see. Because the thing is, there's little things in football that if you haven't played football beforehand, you don't notice. Sometimes it's more than just, this nigga got the rocket arm, the accuracy, and all. Sometimes it's more than that.
Yep.
Because everybody's accurate until they get rattled.
Yep.
What happens when you get rattled?
Everybody accurate until your feet got to move.
Exactly. What's going to happen when that happens? And that's a big reason why that Cam Ward went number one was because people saw. Even though I'm not so on Cam Ward like that either, but it's the fact of he can make a play when shit starts breaking down, and he's shown that he can do something with as far as like from from the receiver position or whatever.
Right.
So he's shown that he can carry an offense.
Right.
And he did, you know, he did the best he could up over there. I mean,
he balled.
He did. He went crazy up over there.
He balled.
He was their offense. Like literally, if he had a bad game, they were guaranteed to lose.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost some games that he had good games in.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense was trash too, but that's a whole different story. But yeah, that's, you know, this is little stuff like that. And that's the reason why. I'll give you a prime example. You remember when Joey Bosa said that about Derek Carr?
Mm-hmm.
He said he's like Carr's this and that, but all it takes for Carr to get hit one time and it's over. He's deer in the headlights after that. Some quarterbacks are really like that.
A lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah, a lot of quarterbacks aren't. They don't take getting hit well
because they're not used to getting.
They're not used to it, you know. And that was, you know, and the guys that are used to it, you know, prime example like the guy like a Cam Newton. He's different, but he's used to that, so he knows what he can do as far as that aspect of the game. He may not have everything as far as the passing wise, but you know that when it's time to create something out of nothing, Cam Newton's going to do that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So Shedeur, the best thing for Shedeur right now, if I'm him, you know what my goal is? To have an excellent first preseason game. I don't care if I'm going against the 5th, 6th string. You cannot look like you were drafted where you was drafted at in your first preseason game.
Yep. The best. I'm with you. You're right with that. The best thing that can happen to him is whenever he gets in front. Cause I don't know if he gonna play in first. If he at the bottom of the depth chart, he not getting that first preseason game. Mm-hmm. If he get that second one,
he's gonna play eventually because here's the thing. So eventually they're gonna start doing the joint practices and all that shit. That's when the depth chart start getting like, all right, we know what's going on now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where that kicks in. So we'll see what happens when like I said, when it's time for the pass and the hitting starts, the Oklahoma drills and all that shit happen. Yep. That's when you'll start figuring out, okay, this is gonna be our QB1, QB2, you know, stuff like that.
I would say agree. Shedeur got to go off in the preseason.
You know what I would do? If I'm Cleveland, I will start in the first preseason game.
Why not? I mean,
I will start him the first preseason game because you got two quarterbacks. Well, one for sure who you know don't need preseason, and Joe Flacco.
Yeah,
he don't need it.
Flacco's not playing preseason.
So whether or not, no matter what happens in preseason, you know you have at least one starting quarterback that can possibly start.
You know, and look, to be honest with you, no matter how trash Kenny Pickett is,
he don't really need it neither.
He don't need it. Like you said, he don't need it either.
So
because you know what you're getting out of Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Unless this nigga has a Sam Darnold type of year, which I highly doubt is going to happen.
Hell no.
You know, that's because he never ever played even.
No. No, he's not. But what I'm saying is I will start Shedeur, let him get the first half for game one.
He's not going to start. You want to know why? They don't give Dylan.
They're going to put Shedeur. I guarantee you, Shedeur start. If he starts the game, it'll be week 3.
Yes, because that's the one where they put all the because all the starters and everything are going to be playing by that time.
Yeah, week 3, I think they'll start.
But but the only reason why I say you start game one is because you put him against some of these starters that might be playing during the regular season. You know what I'm saying? Because there will be some starters who play
in the third game.
There won't be no starters who play.
There's no starters. That's the only game that niggas need to pay attention to if you were a starter or something is the second game. Because in the first half of the
first game. That's why I said
yeah.
I want to see. Okay, let's put you against pros. You that confident? You that good? Let's see it.
Yeah. Because people don't realize Dylan Gabriel actually fits their system better than
Shedeur does. Yep.
Yeah, so
a lot of people don't realize that, you know.
Get the eye on that.
And the thing is, and it's messed up because Dylan Gabriel, I understand. Dylan Gabriel was the starting quarterback in Oregon.
Right.
You know, he was at a power conference. I understand that Oregon team was loaded, but he's used to playing against basically top talent. You know, he was a Heisman finalist. And all you keep hearing is Shedeur. And if I'm Dylan Gabriel, I'm like, shit, watch this. When it's my time, you're gonna be like, damn, Dylan ain't no joke.
Yep.
Because like we said earlier, he fits his style of quarterback. That's why they drafted him. He fits their system better.
Yep.
So we'll see how it is though. Don't get me wrong. I'm even though I'm extremely critical of Shedeur, I definitely hope the best.
I just want him to get that chance. And
I want him to be better
because and the reason why I said let him start that game one, my bad, John, is because if you put him on the field versus players who you know is not going to make the league, and if they do make the league, it's going to be third tier.
He will look like Tom Brady against them.
And that's what people are going to say is he did that against people who's not playing in the field. Nah, throw him out there against people who's going to be, whether you're a starter or you're going to be
or you're
in a rotation. Let him play against them.
John Robinson, the former GM of the Titans, was on Good Morning Football. He's going to Good Morning Football the last 2 days.
Wasn't he at USC too?
Not the coach.
Oh,
RP. But it's still wild, man. John Robinson, obviously, he came from heaven. And you good? He started off in the Patriots organization. I this dude just can't take this dude nowhere. But he was saying they were saying this morning, with Tom Brady. I think it was Tim Hasselbeck I heard say it too. But they were saying how with Brady, nobody knew who he was when he got picked at 199. But he had that year to be a third stringer.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he moved he went from being a third string to the second stringer the second year. And that just happened to be the year Drew Bledsoe got hurt.
I mean, shit, he was playing with house money. At the end of the day, he knew. Look, when you in a predicament like that, it's like this. You know that the guy is Drew Bledsoe. All right, cool. He just got paid. He's already done a lot for this organization.
Number one pick.
Exactly. So my goal is to be his backup. So sometimes you got to set goals for yourself, dog, that lead to bigger goals, and that's any aspect of life. And that's what I think that Shedeur needs to do. Shedeur needs to. I understand your opportunity to become the starter is in that organization is very true. You can definitely become the starter over there,
right? Because
you might end up being the starter cross elimination, might get hurt or shit. The other guys that just aren't good. And guess what happens? Your name is big enough to where if somebody's playing bad, guess what the Browns fans gonna be doing?
Fans gonna want to see.
They gonna want to see Shedeur on that field.
I agree.
And I hate, and I'm never the one to make everything about race.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland's a predominantly black.
Yeah, it is.
So when you have that and you see him there, a lot of them fans gonna say, you know what, I want to see him. But I think it's gonna take Joe Flacco either getting hurt or not playing, or him just outplaying them with, like you said, with the pads on.
I don't even think it's look before the season ends. If the Browns are bad, you're going to see at least two to three starts out of Shedeur.
I think he starts from him and Dylan Gabriel if they both is on the roster.
If they both on the, I think Dylan Gabriel's for sure on the roster. I don't know why to you.
Don't hurt my baby. You hurt my baby?
Is that Skylar Diggins?
Yeah.
By the way, you heard she told Kelsey Plum?
Yeah, she said her pussy still work.
No, she said her pussy was old. She's 30, but her pussy's old.
Oh, that means
her shit leaking.
Her pussy?
No, something on her face or something because they covering it up. I don't know if she got like a nosebleed or something.
She probably busted her nose. Yeah, she just got her dick. She moved the hyphen from there. She digging.
So she got divorced, right?
Yeah. Drake was trying to game her up at the ESPYs. Trying to say, can I dig in?
How old is she?
30. She's 30.
She's like my age.
Yeah. She's 30. She just said her pussy's old.
Wait, she's older. She gotta be like 32. She's not 30 on the dot.
That's what she told Kelsey Plum on opening night.
Ain't no fucking way.
Not this year though. That was last year, wasn't it?
No, this was this year.
Legal to use my phone. Oh, thank you.
She's probably close to your age, but she definitely early 30s.
She for sure probably like 32, 33 years. She's like around my age.
Yeah, she said, yeah, I'm in 30s, but she just said my pussy's old. Which is crazy. But okay.
Skylar Diggins is 34.
Damn, she that old? Well, old. I mean, she did come in the league. Damn, she bumped her head.
Yeah, I bumped her head.
On the dot. That's crazy.
She turned 30. Actually, she turned 35. She turned 35 this year.
Okay.
Skylar Diggins said, yeah, she's a vet. She might be young, but she said her vagina was old. And that's it. Her words, not ours.
That's literally what she said.
Literally.
Yeah, she is.
She told that to Kelsey Plum. Yo, you all right?
No, he said she's digging.
No, she want to dig. God say something.
Yeah, what you bring to the table, niggas?
Everyone can say, oh shit.
Oh damn, DJ they got. Oh, seven. That tongue ring show.
Are you all right, fam?
John, you good?
Dog, she showed her tongue ring. What am I talking about?
The
No, nobody saw that.
blower kiss.
She just said, "Let me see your tongue ring."
John out here giving women purple kisses.
Dog, she out here getting her 3-6 mafia on, showing people her tongue ring.
Purple kiss is out.
What the? Yo, dog. I ain't gonna tell you what I think that means, but I'm gonna say, yo, that's diabolical.
Does that same thing like purple rain?
That's what
Purple pain?
all right, Nick, man. You already just that's real blasphemy of you.
Purple pain.
All right, Nick. That's what we doing? Okay. All right, let's get to calling on name.
Oh, she hurt, huh?
No.
Paige.
Oh, yeah. Wait, she got concussion. So she got missed a couple games.
Hey, go on mute real quick.
That's why I don't know.
Nick,
You all right?
Nick, we're back.
All right, let's get to calling on
I
name.
was about to say something.
I know.
Pain.
But see, I'm a homie. I'm gonna tell you when we.
Yeah.
All right, so calling on names.
John just let you say anything wild and then look at you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're doing.
John said it's not my fault. You said.
Freedom of speech. You say what you want, man.
It's your freedom of peach.
Yo, you good?
Hey, you're not supposed to have no. Never mind.
Nope. All right, let's get the calling out names, gentlemen. Time for the final segment of the show. Often imitating, never
She got a
duplicate.
fat peach.
Who? But yeah, let's get to calling out names.
Oh, there's a page right there. That's got a gorilla pussy. Yes,
I'm calling Bucher.
That's just brother.
No,
Yeah, he plays
that's
for the
Bush.
Bulls.
That's Bushler. No.
No, she got to cut her bush. Oh wait. What are you?
What's wrong with this dude, man?
What are you talking about?
I said Rick Bucher. He said cut her bush. What is wrong with this dude? All right.
Thank you, Nico.
Rick Bucher was on a podcast and they was talking about LeBron James playing in.
Why does it look orange on the screen? That is crazy.
Yeah. Because it's in green.
Just like when John
Because
had
it's green. It's green, dude.
Remember John had that red hat on? I mean that red
When that happened.
Oh, we got the video,
What's the video
John.
for, John?
John, we can put it on No Rules, Twitter and Instagram if you want us to.
Yeah.
What
Hey,
was
get
that?
there.
That was
Nick,
orange.
I mean Nico.
That was orange.
No, that's not better.
So I ain't blue, y'all, wait.
Nico.
Ghostbusters! Huh? But what'd you say?
What show be trying to call?
He on her own. And that song was fire.
You good, dog?
I'm saying that song was fire. My bad.
Nico,
But back to my calling out name, which is Rick Bucher.
come here.
Rick Bucher.
Come here, Nico.
They were talking about LeBron James, him doing what he's doing at 40. So then he went ahead and did the one thing that I thought was just highly blasphemy. Rick Bucher said there are players around the league and some of the media who think LeBron James is taking something. I'm like, okay, Rick.
You want to say hi?
Nico
No.
says
Here's the thing, though.
oh man, go ahead, Nick.
Right.
I'm so sick and tired.
Want you down? Want fries?
There's nothing.
Want fry here?
Any time that when it comes to LeBron, they can't find nothing to say about him. This little subject ends up coming about out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And here's my thing, dog. Why is it that LeBron is the one that gets accused of this when you've had other guys in the league who have the side effects?
You trying to show me your feet, Nico?
Oh no, Nico, get down. We don't do that up on here. That's what John doing this.
That's
show.
crazy.
Yo, you good?
Nico, that's for only Johns. You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. Ain't no only Nico up over here.
Oh.
No, not
Nico, Nico, you want another fry here?
Hey, Nico funny as hell. But yeah, dog, like there's been players.
All right, here.
Now, all these big ass strong players that we've had in the league over the years. Did they ever accuse Shaq of any of that?
Mm-mm.
Did they ever accuse Jordan?
No.
Has Kobe ever been accused of that?
No.
Have they ever accused Sean Kemp?
No.
Dwight Howard?
No.
Who else? Has Zion been accused of that?
No.
Why is it that
Well, Dallas.
I've never heard any other player get accused of using performance enhancers except for LeBron James? Here's the thing, dog. Some things can't be explained with just plain logic. Sometimes just accept that certain things just happen.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is just blessed in the ability of being available.
And
availability is your best ability, and he's been and if anything, that is his best thing that he can bring to the game. He's always gonna be available.
And Luke could talk about this. He was on the Mind the Game podcast. It's a 2-part episode with
I
him.
want to watch that.
And he talked about LeBron was at the arena, 10 hours before game time.
He's known for that.
And he was like, when he saw it, it kind of was like a reality check to him. Like, here, I'm just getting here. This dude been here 10 hours and he already done.
You know what's so crazy is, John, not to cut you off.
Right.
But people praise Kobe for doing that. Right.
Yo, Dallas, that's wild.
When LeBron do it, it's steroids.
That's stupid. And Rick Bucher, we all know he's a LeBron hater. I still have no respect for him because he said Kobe will never play a game in a Lakers uniform. I was like, well, shut up.
Well, wasn't it Kobe when I went overseas and got the
PRP?
Yeah.
And everyone's followed the suit.
I have a question.
Right?
Is that legal out here?
It is now.
That it wasn't.
Time 2011, it wasn't. That's why he went over to Italy.
But it's LeBron who. Never mind. Anyway, go ahead.
But that's my only person for calling names. Now y'all had someone for calling out names. I don't know who wants to handle this.
Hold on, before we get to that, I have Rashad McCants on calling out names again.
Oh my
God. The one dude.
I didn't see this clip.
Hold on, my bad, Nick.
What?
My bad, Nick. John, and to your point about LeBron, did you see that clip where Mario Chalmers was talking about when he was playing at Miami and they would go to clubs after the game? LeBron is getting treatment in the club?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's dedication to your teammate.
Jordan wasn't getting treatment when he was doing cocaine. Wait, hold on.
He's getting treatment. He's in the corner getting.
Here's my
He's
thing.
getting service.
I don't even know why that's breaking news. They know this dude. Kobe did the same thing. Okay, getting round the clock treatment whenever they go.
That's what got him in trouble in Colorado.
Let's leave the white.
Yo, you good?
White girl.
No, but my thing is this, dog. It's just like you just said, John. At the time when Kobe got that shit, it was illegal out here. But it's cool because it's Kobe.
Because we love Kobe.
Yeah. Well, everybody loves Kobe.
He did it overseas. He went to Italy, and then when he went, Bryce Harper called him. He was like, and then all of a sudden, that's when you start seeing
more people do it. I think Dirk did it too. Dirk from out there, so I don't count. Well, he's from Germany, but still.
I know what you're saying. So a lot of people start going to Italy, going to this PRP injection. Then the medical board finally got it approved here in the States. And because I think Grant Hill was like the first person that did it here. So at the time he was between the Suns and when he was
it's perfectly cool for niggas to do something that is known to be illegal out here, but do it overseas.
You're right here.
That's cool. But a nigga who just pays, and a nigga that's known and here.
That's
the guy.
Go ahead, Nick. What were you about to say?
But Rashad McCants, idiot. I didn't watch the clip because I already knew it was gonna be some bullshit. I'm gonna watch it later on. But from what I saw from some of the comments and the description of the clip, he was downplaying LeBron once again with his All NBA selections. So because they were bringing up how LeBron, he got the streak for first team All NBA selections with 11. He has the most All NBA selections in general. I think he's number one in first team All NBA selections and all type of stuff, whatever. And Rashad McCants was just basically trying to downplay it. And my thing is this, dog. Like Rashad, at some point, dog, you got to get over the fact that you were very good in high school, but LeBron was better.
Yes.
Like, dog, just accept that he was better than you.
At every stage of...
Like, come on, bro. Like, you can't be like, dog. There was people that at certain times they gotta accept, dog, that you're not the best in something that you're very good at.
And so me and John as North Carolina fans,
We don't claim this.
I think we might have the same sentiment when it comes to Rashad McCants because he is suck ass nigga.
We don't claim this.
But Rashad McCants was a bucket.
Yeah, he was
He
balling.
was a
And North Carolina
bucket.
baller. He was
He
key
was
when
a
we won the
baller.
national title that year.
Yeah, he was a baller.
Yeah, no doubt. And see, the thing is, he was, but then he does stuff like this, and so it makes you unnecessarily dissect his career.
Like Cash said, LeBron used to average 30 and 8 against Rashad his whole career, head-to-head matchups.
Dog, I don't think LeBron lost. He may have lost less than 3 games.
And then Rashad McCants said, well, I scored 15.
Yeah.
Sean McCann said he scored 15 in the first quarter. Thought he could score 81.
Yeah, they cut the show up, too.
Yep. So y'all said I'm cool.
Tony Allen said, I don't need to hear the rest
I
of
don't
this.
hear
This nigga was bullshit. He an incel. You can tell he don't get no pussy.
So
Wait.
that's wild. All right,
Hey, but sometimes you can just tell by the way niggas talk they don't get pussy.
pretty much. All right, so this next one, Mark, you put it in our group chat. I found a shortened clip of it, and I don't know which one y'all want to have him on calling on that, but we're going there. Noah Lyles.
Oh my God.
Sometimes some dudes need to be seen and not heard. And Noah Lyles has proven that every time he opens his mouth, I don't ever want to hear a word this dude has to say. And this example again is why.
You're referring to the article that came out in the Times Magazine.
Yes.
I'm gonna give 2 parts to the story. In 2023, Adidas asked me to come out for a shoe signing. It didn't work because I was doing a fashion walk with Hugo Boss, and there's no way I was going to be able to make it back to be able to do that. Didn't show up. Then I had been discussing my own new contract with Adidas, and what I wanted to be in there was a shoe, because I said Anthony Edwards has a shoe, and I'm already a 6-time world champion, and I'm prophesying that I'm going to be the Olympic champion. Mm-hmm. I believe I've done enough to prove that my worth is, given a signature shoe, or at least having the conversation of it. They said that's not their department, yada, 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 dancing around the conversation. At the time, I was frustrated with them, still am, but that's another story, about how they didn't even want to have the conversation of it. Mm. And the point that I wanted to show America, leading off of that world champions of what, is this is the difference of how we track and field athletes are treated in the U.S. We've come back with world championships, Olympic golds. We're seen by the world. They don't even want to entertain the conversation of having a shoe.
Hey. Well, shit.
Something wrong with Mark Anderson. I don't know.
Sonny was just
Wait,
explaining something.
Wait,
He didn't start this.
Wait, me and Sonny was having a conversation.
A regular
A
conversation.
regular conversation.
No, the heck.
Wait, y'all wasn't involved in the conversation?
I was
Just yes or no?
I was just
No, just yes or John. Was you involved in the
I
conversation?
didn't say a word.
So y'all just know.
I ain't gonna lie.
Cool.
My-
Nick,
my-
was you involved in the conversation?
My brain was stacking when I heard lavender. All right, go ahead.
Was you involved in the conversation?
At
No.
one point, yes, I was.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Was you involved in the conversation, John?
Yeah, I left.
All right, cool. So it's not just me and Sonny. Y'all gotta stop doing this, dog. All because everybody can't hear it.
Nigga, drop the bathroom.
So Cash calls him Noah liar. So Noah Lyles says he's mad because he doesn't have a signature shoe with Adidas, and Anthony Edwards does, but he's won that world championship.
Let me
That's what I'm saying, it's world championship.
let me cut everybody off there.
This dude is dumb.
Let me cut you up, everybody. Let me cut everybody off there. And I don't know. I'm not big into track and field like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I do know most people watch track and field every 4 years. That's when the majority of the world watch track and field, right?
Every 2 years, so they do the
cool
preliminaries every year,
and that's cool. But the most of the world still watch every 4 years.
Yeah,
when he will get the most shine, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many races does he do? 3 at the most.
Yo, you good?
Who did that? For who he does 3 races at the most, right?
3 or 4, something like that.
So at the most, you have 90 seconds to 120 seconds that we see you. As the world, I'm talking about people who not even into track. Every 4 years. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's enough to give you a shoe?
No.
It's about business, dog. Anthony Edwards, whether you know basketball or not, you know that face.
It goes in a movie.
Bam. That's what I'm saying. What are we doing here, dog? He plays
and a big scene in that movie
dog,
too.
Every year he's playing anywhere between, if he don't get, we pray no
that nigga plays at 100 games a year.
At least.
He's hovering around 100 games a year.
But we see him for 90 to 120 seconds every 4 years. Dog, it's about a business. Adidas not doing this to spite you. They doing it because you're not marketable.
And look, and here's the thing though. He knows that. You want to know why you know how he knows?
Because that's why he keep doing this.
That's why he keeps doing this. He has to keep this going. Dog, the Olympics was like 2 years ago, fam.
Hey,
get over it.
What's shorty name? For the gymnastics?
Simone Biles.
You know why you don't ever see her? She's marketable, right? Even in her 4 years of between the Olympics, you still see her, whether it's throwing out the first pitch, whether it's being courtside at a certain game. Mm-hmm. Her husband is an NFL player. She's gonna be an NFL game. Fam, she's making herself visually,
she's not
visible for the world to see her, and she's not a hater. Mm-hmm. For the world to see. Doing that, every say something hateful about Americans.
Against the second best sport in the day, the second most popular sport.
And that's my third point is basketball is not even the second. Right. Basketball is not the first nor second most popular sport in America. What the hell do you think track and field is?
Niggas watching probably cricket.
Niggas watching pickleball before track and field. Nigga, what are you doing, nigga?
Hey, look, before we continue, we're not dissing track and field.
We're not.
We're not. Here's the thing. I'll give you a prime example of somebody who's similar to him, but is making money.
The nigga in Jamaica.
Usain Bolt.
Yep.
Usain Bolt is making bread.
Yep.
And you want to know why? He's breaking records. And guess what he's doing? He's embracing, he's not American. He's embracing himself, and he's marketable.
And in between the 4 years, we see him doing things outside of track and field.
What does Shakara Richardson do?
Smoke weed.
She track and field. That too.
Well, she does do that, but
she
track and field, huh?
Yeah. Nigga, she gets deals and everything. People know her. She ain't hating. And here's the thing, dog. You keep proving the point of why you shouldn't get what you have. Of the simple fact that you got to keep saying, "Oh, I'm this and that." Nigga, if you got to bring it up every single time,
like Cash said, Usain Bolt got his own shoe too.
Hey, you know what Anthony Edwards doesn't never say?
Don't
worry about it. It's okay. You know what Anthony Edwards never says? I'm Anthony Edwards.
Bro, you know what Anthony Edwards did?
He just shows up and we know who he is.
Bro, you know what Anthony Edwards did while you was out there in the Olympics? Winning a gold medal too.
Sure did.
Did you ask me if you can have some?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's it for my call on that.
No, fuck that. This nigga pisses me off.
That's my call on. I'm done with that.
My thing is this, dog. It's like this. This is what I really think it is. What basketball player stole your chick, dog?
But basketball not even the third most popular sport in America. I just thought about it.
It's not.
You got baseball, soccer, and football.
Yes. Soccer is nigga going crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Soccer is starting to catch wind out here in America finally. It's the most popular sport in the fucking world.
Yeah.
So it's like, dog, and the thing is, like you said,
pretty much.
If you're good, dog, your work is gonna speak for itself. Even if you don't do those type of appearances, if you're dominating in your field, dog, people are gonna hit you up. So the real problem is like what Mark said. He's spiteful. He got something against basketball players, obviously. because you just keep attacking. And the thing is, you keeping this going, and people are ignoring you because at the end of the day, dog, they don't. You need them more than they need you.
Adidas going to drop him, bro.
Dog,
because he's causing more harm to their brand than help.
And guess what? While he over there talking mess about signature shoes, isn't Usain Bolt with Nike?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Come on, man.
All right,
come on, man. You gotta at some point, dog. You gotta go. What's the old OG say back in the day? Get that whole shit out your trunk, dog. That's what you gotta do at the end of the day. Get that whole shit out your trunk.
All right.
You shouldn't have nothing in your trunk.
Cash said, soccer 1, cricket 2, hockey 3, tennis 4, volleyball 5, then basketball. I didn't even count football in that list. So,
I don't think it's that low.
I don't think it's that either.
But I get your point.
Yeah.
I have all those above.
So, yeah. Y'all got any more final names? I want to do a special tribute before we near the end.
Don't have anybody else call my name? I feel like I'm missing something.
I do too. I am too. I know I'm missing something.
That's what I'm saying.
As soon as we end the show, I'm gonna say.
I'm like, now I'm remember as soon as the show was over. I feel like, and it was somebody I wanted to talk about too.
Yep, we'll definitely talk about it next week. Yeah. But I want to bring on a somber note. I don't know if y'all saw this story.
Oh shit!
John Brinkus. Obviously, we know him from sports science. Got the news Sunday that this dude passed. He had been open about his depression, and he lost the battle Sunday night. He was 54 years old. In a statement from his family, it was a profound sadness that we shared that the news that John Brinkus has passed away. John, co-founder of Base Productions, founder of Brinks TV, and co-creator of and host of the 6-time Emmy Award-winning Sports Science, had been battling depression. John lost his fight with this terrible illness on May 31st, 2025. His heartbroken family and friends request privacy at this time and encourage anyone who is struggling with depression to seek help. John Brinkus was an innovator.
Yeah, for sure. Sports science was one of when I first saw sports science, it was just like so like different, dog. Like it was crazy. And like he really broke sports down to a science.
And I went back. I wanted to try to remember John Brinkus and I. Now there's a clip that's been circling around on Twitter when he was on Marcellus Wiley's podcast where he admitted that how he was struggling and he had a noose around his neck, and it wasn't for his dog coming in and tugging at it, he probably would have hung himself. What brought him joy, and that was sports science. So I did the web for some clips of some great sports science moments. And I found one that I thought that we should share. This is John Brinkus and Marshawn Lynch.
Blood sugar's gonna be like 20 minutes after Marshawn's candy gorge, his blood sugar level has increased by nearly 55%. As sugar enters Marshawn's bloodstream, a chemical reaction called glycolysis occurs to produce ATP, the muscle's power source. Marshawn's increase in blood glucose can increase his short-term muscle ATP production by 35%. This energy boost could be one reason why Marshawn's grip strength increases by nearly 13%. His reaction time speeds up by 5%, and Marshawn navigates our agility poles nearly 0.2 of a second faster. That all adds up to beast mode. But hold on, don't go racing to the candy store just yet. Consuming too much sugar can cause the body to secrete a hormone called insulin. This pulls sugar out of the bloodstream and very quickly puts the beast to sleep. For ESPN Sports Science, I'm John Brinkus.
Dog, what the hell?
Dog.
Y'all need a timer for Mark.
No, John does it on purpose.
Dog,
he been doing this for years.
Just count down.
You know how many times John got me with that same BS before?
There's a countdown of like 5, 4.
Dog, look, John did that like about a couple weeks ago when I was up on the wrestling pod with them. Man, I was over there trying to say something crazy. They was like, we live. I'm like, wait, we live. They thought I was serious.
So RIP John Breakers, and I want to send, and this we'll do a PSA for anybody. If you're battling with depression or any type of mental health, please reach out to somebody. Call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. Call 988. Dial 988. All it takes is one phone call. Tell someone that you're going through something. You might save your life, and you might end up saving a life. As we're in June, and obviously with this Pastor John Breakers, I want to inform people it is Men's Mental Health Month. So if you're struggling mentally, suffering with suicidal thoughts, or scared to speak up in therapy, feeling alone, feeling dismissed by society, you're not alone. You have support here at Sports4U. You have support with your family. Do not give up. Don't ever give up. It's every day. Just stay in the fight, please. I pray for you guys stay in the fight. And the John Breakers was an innovator, and I'm sad that this happened. That we got this news. 54 years old, and I pray that he was able to find some peace before he passed. No way to segue from there, but let's get ready to end. What the heck?
I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. After I said, I was like, damn, that shit sounded crazy. I was like, I hope nobody noticed how crazy that sounded. But that was crazy. My fault, y'all. That was terrible timing. Dog, my bad.
Let's make our predictions for the finals. I got OKC in 5, SGA MVP. Nick?
I got OKC 6 because I feel like they might trick off the game. I think that Indy's gonna win the game for sure at their own house.
Mark? Only because I can understand what both of y'all saying. I can't agree with y'all. I'm going with OKC in 4.
Wow.
But again, rest in peace to I always call him sports science man.
The great John Breakers, rest in peace. Also, when
Sonny here
is now with Nick here in studio, I have to share we made another accomplishment.
Kill it. If you don't pour all that goddamn alcohol, Sonny,
Yeah, go ahead and drink all that.
Drink all that? What exactly am I drinking it?
After all that.
oh well. That's
By the way,
that made it better then.
we'll talk about this next week.
After all that. You heard it song?
Yo, y'all good?
You heard him so
Sports4U.
Time out.
Whoa,
I got this. You know how crazy it is to hurt yourself tugging? You know how wild you gotta be going?
Dude.
Why you ain't got no lotion or lube or nothing?
Dog, that's the only way it happens.
Why are you bruising yourself?
Bye, Sonny.
Sonny.
That's wild.
Sonny.
That's wild.
Sonny, just walk to the car.
Go.
You
Bye.
out of pocket. She
Bye.
out of pocket, dog.
But
No, mommy's not. No, she's not.
No, mommy's not.
But yeah.
Sonny lying to her son.
Because he's talking about some
But Sports4U is now reached 125,000 views on YouTube. And that's all because of y'all. Thank y'all. Keep viewing. We're almost at 400 subscribers. So we're trying to get close to that 400 episode, which we're 8 episodes away. Please tell a friend and subscribe.
And fuck y'all who not here. Oh.
And all y'all who, yeah, you know who you are. So we're 8 episodes from our 400 episode, and we're almost near, and I think we're almost near 400
subscribers.
subscribers.
Be mean right now?
Go ahead.
What? Go ahead.
Man, fuck y'all motherfuckers. Well, all right, go ahead.
But yeah, that's it. All right.
Until you to celebrate.
Sonny.
Whoa.
Sonny. Come back over here in the camera and say, and we can't say that to the women. You have to say that.
Oh, are you guys gonna send like titty pictures as a celebration to Sunny? Yeah.
That's hate.
Just saying.
Is that
Shout
hate?
out to that shirt. That's from the what you call it, the GNX shit.
Oh, shout out to No Shirts.
Shout out to Scissor.
I can sit there anytime. Okay, walk away.
What's happening here? Okay.
But she ain't saying nothing we ain't all thinking.
That's why I'm mad.
I know, right?
Because she can say it and get away with it.
Yeah,
If I
we
say
say
it-
we're pervs, dude. Yeah, necessary Sunny takeover.
And shout out to Keisha Cole titties.
Yeah, I saw that episode.
And to
Drink.
buy people.
Dog, I saw her on Drink
You
Champs.
said
the other day.
black people?
Buy people.
That's right. It is
Oh,
probably.
you come over here and say that, Sonny, because I'm not saying that.
Shout out to the LGBT plus people. Just, yeah.
She said bye people.
Buy, as in like people that like both. But
Oh, I thought you were telling them bye.
All right.
Maybe can't keep on. All right, go ahead.
That's a fact.
We can't talk about oh shit. Go ahead, John.
I was
No.
about to say, yeah, I can't even talk about it.
All right, so
We can
program-
have a conversation later.
That's a conversation me and Sonny with.
No. No.
You see they put Duke they played for us Jersey up in the damn shit because he came out with
Wait, what? That's
Oh,
a lot of
Mac,
information.
they put this shit in like the Smithsonian
Right.
You said ass what?
Ryan,
Ryan is
Jersey
Ass
in
it?
the
Oh, yeah, his nickname was N-Ass, right?
Yo, you
okay,
good?
ass.
Wait. John,
Like
you ain't
the
ended the
ass.
show
That's-
yet?
No, I'm trying to make.
Why John ain't ended the show yet,
I'm
dog?
trying to. I'm trying to.
So he likes
All right.
smoking.
So programming.
No.
notes.
Well, he wants real thing. Like Marvin Gaye and
Yep. Nope.
Oh, you can get the
Pro-
real thing in a threesome? Oh, I'm just sorry.
Programming note. No show on Friday.
Get out.
And this is why.
Willie.
No show on Friday, and this is why. The culture class townhouse media takeover for Sports4U Wrestling and the Humble Roses podcast this weekend here in LA. We will be around the city with covering a lot of the stuff in the bank. Yo, relax.
I almost said something that should have been said on camera, John.
But we will not be on the show Friday. We'll be back on Tuesday. So
Titty Tuesday.
Send him to Sunny
make sure
at High Sunny.
y'all really making sure today was chaos because there's no show on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Send titties to High Sunny. Just
So
put it
that's
out there.
why. Make sure you're following Sports4U Wrestling, S4U Wrestling on Twitter and Instagram, and following me at John Watson 0984 for all the content.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Can you mute my mic?
All right, we're back. Hold on, we're back.
Oh.
Hold on, we're back.
Oh, I was about to say something wild.
All right. Take over. Nessa said her taking over LA, and she got the demon emoji up there.
On demon time. It depends on the woman or the guy, depending on what they like.
So
It's Pride Month. I gotta be inclusive to all people.
What?
Or join in.
Nah.
Or do both. Someone has to record.
Go ahead, John.
So yeah, that's why no show on Friday. We'll be at Worlds Collide at the Forum Saturday afternoon. Then Money in the Bank that evening at $2. So
Wait, even if they have their own chair?
You'll stay over there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
so that's why
Wait,
we.
your own chair. Wait, no, we got
It's 3 niggas. God dang Dodgers!
one for each hole.
All right,
That's what the Dodgers are doing?
All right, we getting up out of here.
Just keep making
Mookie, relax. But we'll be back on Friday. On next Tuesday. But you can check tomorrow out Sports4U Wrestling Meet Trail. Nessa, Angel, other homegirl Lena, we're gonna be on the show tomorrow. Premium Money in the Bank, and our takeover. Relax.
A hurricane hit.
And looking ahead to our LA takeover. And then we're back Monday, Tribal Warzone. The Rose Gang will actually be live in studio.
They go doing the roll?
Yo, you good?
Using the rolls? You're in a show.
Yo, y'all good?
I'm pulling up.
And then Tuesday we're back. We'll talk NBA Finals. All right, so when we get back,
Come on, Nico.
when we get back here on
Come on,
next
Nico.
Tuesday, what's the finals after games 1 and 2?
2-0.
2-0.
I said.
Well, you got to sweep, so
I
you
gotta
say
sweep.
OKC.
Come on,
I think
Nico.
it's too
Nico,
OKC.
say bye.
I agree too. I think
Nico, say bye.
Nico said bye. Subscribe to Sports4U on YouTube. Follow us on X, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And follow me at John Watts 0984. Mark at Mark1. Nick at 99 Gorilla. No rules tomorrow night, 7:30.
No, what? No.
Oh, that's right. No rules tomorrow. My bad. No rules tomorrow. But we'll be back again. No, I totally forgot. I totally forgot that quick. That's my bad, huh?
And the titty pics is high sunny.
And yeah, send the titty pics to
And
I'm Sunny on Instagram or X.
All of
No X.
On Instagram.
all the women, whoever last in the group chat, send your titties to Sunny.
Please. You hear what you said? We will just check this out on social media.
Check us out.
Check this out on social media this weekend. This has been Sports4U. I'm John. That's Mark. That's Nick Freeze. That's Sunny and Nico. And we'll see y'all.